views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Charleen Hess Show, living on your heart's edge on TransformationTalkRadio.com. In each episode, Charleen empowers you to shed the layers of your ego that hold you back and to connect more deeply to your true self. You will hear real, raw, and inspiring stories of people just like you who are letting go of fear to follow their heart's calling. Finally, the inspiration you've been waiting for to step out of fear and into your knowing. Get ready to feel empowered to live from your heart and follow that dream inside of you. Discover how to live on your heart's edge. The world is waiting for you to shine your light and share your gift. Now here's your host.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Charleen Hess Show, Living on Your Heart's Edge. And today we are going to be talking about a topic that is maybe not quite so popular this time of year. Here we are just a couple of weeks before Christmas, and everybody is in the hustle and bustle, and everyone is decorating and shopping, and we are all supposed to be feeling amazing and nostalgic and loving and excited for this time of year. And today, the topic that I have decided to talk about is inviting in the pain. That's the title of the show today. And so some of you may be, reading that or hearing that and going, what do you mean by inviting in the pain? What is that? Why on earth would you want to do that? Are you crazy? Aren't we supposed to avoid the pain? Aren't we supposed to mask it? Wouldn't it be easier if we just pretended it wasn't there? And why would we want to talk about that when everybody is supposed to be happy right now? Because that's what this time of year is about. We're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be feeling good. And it's Christmas after all, and it's the holidays. So let's everybody just be happy. And the truth is, if we were going to be real, if we were going to just get raw, be honest, be vulnerable, the truth is, this time of year is the absolute most depressing time of year for more people than you can even imagine. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but it is a huge, huge, huge amount of people this year that the increase on antidepressants, the increase of anti-anxiety medication, the increase of suicides is incredibly high this time of year. And so why is that? What is it that creates that tipping point for people that they just go over the edge at this time of year? So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And so buckle up your seatbelts because it's about to get real. I'm going to talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. But the truth is, these are the things that need to be talked about. So I'm really excited to be here, even though this is a sticky topic. I am so thankful for all of you that are out there, that are listening, for those of you that are watching on the Facebook Live. Thank you for being here. And I just want to right now invite you to participate in this conversation. So I want this to be a conversation. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your questions, your thoughts, your stories. I want to hear from you. This is a platform that I've created for you to be heard. And so if you want to call in, I would love for you to do that. The phone number is 1-800-930-2819. And just call in. And if you feel inspired, if there's something that I'm saying or something I'm talking about, or there's something that you just want to share, or if you have a question, then please call in and I would love to have you participate in this conversation. So usually when we do the radio show, I like to do a free giveaway. And I was thinking about that because I really have a big passion for this topic. I have a really big passion for helping people to look at and process their emotions, to learn how to invite in the pain in a way that it is not going to feel so overwhelming that it's going to take over you. So my free giveaway today is that if you would like for me to be that space holder for you to help you walk through this journey of inviting in the pain, not just to invite the pain in to let it sit there and be there, but realizing that the breakthrough happens in the breakdown, then I'm going to be offering a free 30-minute coaching call where I'm going to give you all of the tools to walk through the journey of going from the breakdown to the breakthrough, how to invite in and completely release all of the emotional baggage, all of the things that are stuck that are holding you back so that you really can tap into joy. You can't tap into joy on top of buried pain, because the joy is this place that we live in the center of our being. The joy, which I believe is our natural state of being, is in our core. It is who we are. It is how we came here to this earth. And all of the things that happen to us in our lives are like these layers that kind of pile up one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other, until eventually you're just like peeking over, like, am I still there? The joy, is it still there? And the more that we suppress these layer upon layer upon layer, the more we're pushing that joy down and not allowing it to come up. And so we can have a lot of different experiences in life that we can tap in, and we can feel that bit of happiness, or we can feel a little bit joyful about a circumstance. But then after the event is over and you're there and you're sitting all alone with yourself, what is the natural state of feeling, or what is the default place that you return to? So I want to help. I am here to help people to break through that so that they can come to that place, so that they can gain these tools to have this process of emotionally processing so that you're always coming from this clear state. And so that's what I'm offering today, is a free 30-minute session with me to do exactly that, to do an emotional processing release. And so the way that you take advantage of that is just email me at heartsedge@charleenhess.com. So that's hearts, HEARTS, at Charleen Hess. And my name is spelled differently. It's CharleenHess.com. So go ahead and send me an email, and I would love to take you through that process. So the way that I chose to come up with this show topic was, for those of you that heard my last show that we did, it was just before Thanksgiving, and I did a show all on gratitude and how you can shift the energy, shift your vibrational frequency when you're in a low place, and then you can just start thinking about all the things that you're grateful for, realizing to even be grateful for when you're in a tough situation, how it can absolutely shift everything, and you can vibrate at this higher frequency and reconnect to this feeling of joy and gratitude. It was a fabulous show. If you would like to hear the past show, you can go on to just go on to any of your favorite podcast apps and type in, the Charleen Hess Show on the Transformation Talk Radio, and it will pop up, and you'll be able to go through the archives and see it there. You can go to transformationtalkradio.com, or you can go to my website. I have the videos if you'd like to watch the visual on my YouTube channel, Charleen Hess, and see all of the previous shows. And that was the Tapping into Gratitude show. And so after I did that show, and I started the 21-day gratitude challenge, which was great, and I started to do it, and I got to about day 4, and it just became really hard for me to be able to do more posts, because I said, the challenge is just to post it, to put it on Facebook. Let's flood Facebook and Instagram and social media with gratitude. And I started to do that, and I realized that I froze. It was like I just couldn't muster up the whatever to get out my phone or to get out on the computer and to type in my gratitude. I still do my gratitude practice where I sit every, either in the morning or in the evening, I sit and I think about all the things that I'm grateful for. But I couldn't put it out there. And I started to be really buried in the busyness of my life because of the holiday season. Like everybody else, I get really busy. And so I just stayed in that busy state, and I didn't do it. I just let that be the place that kind of pulled me in. And so we all do this, right? What I realize now that I didn't realize at the time is that I was starting to enter into this feeling of overwhelm. And that feeling of overwhelm comes from not doing my regular emotional processing. And so just like everybody else, even though I know this information, I've learned this information, I have practiced this in my life many, many times, I was in that place where I wasn't practicing it on a regular basis, and I was starting to get backlogged. I have all of these experiences that are going on in my life right now that are very, very chaotic, very painful, very unpredictable, where I'm in a place I feel like I'm completely not in control, which is not a place that I like to be. Definitely feeling like a victim of my circumstances in many situations. Feeling the pressure of the should. You should be happy, it's the holidays. You should be feeling like everybody else. You should be productive. You should be inspirational. All of these different things I started to take on and take on and take on. And just because I know the process of how to work through all of this and come to the other side of it, doesn't mean I'm not just like you and that I get stuck. And that was exactly the place that I got in. And the gratitude practice was absolutely perfect for me to be able to reveal where I was still hiding, to reveal where I was stuck, to reveal where I was stuffing and minimizing and not fully acknowledging all of the emotions that I was feeling. And as I did the gratitude practice and I got stuck, I realized, oh, there's something more here. There's something more that wants to be seen. Am I going to be willing to sit with it and look at it? And at that time, the answer was no. Nope, not going to do it. I'm way too busy. I'm way too busy to do this. And besides, I don't feel like feeling bad right now. I want to feel good. Who wants to feel bad? I don't want to look at these feelings that are making me feel bad. I want to feel good. So instead, I'm going to do all the things that I know that make me feel good. And I did those things. And I still didn't feel good. But I did all the things to feel good. Shouldn't that work? I did my gratitude practice. I went to the gym. I hung out with my girlfriends. I ate a lot of my favorite foods. I took baths. I did all the things. But I was still feeling stuck. I was still feeling uninspired. I was still feeling sad and lost and lonely. Because that's the reality of how a lot of us feel a lot of the time. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I am going to share with you what I did next to be able to break through this feeling of yuck. How did I go about inviting in the pain? So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
How would you like increased health and vitality? How would you like to avoid the onset of disease as well as slow the aging process? This is all possible through a simple, safe, and natural process. Every day we are either moving toward wellness or away from wellness.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. I'd like to be your partner in achieving optimal health. Contact me now at maryjanemack.com or call 425-392-0659. Visit maryjanemack.com.
Would you like your next chapter to be free from fear and angst? Tune in to Your Next Chapter Radio, navigating through life's transitions with Shelley Ryan the fourth Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Shelley's contagious enthusiasm guides you through life's transitions deliberately, mindfully, and funnily. For Your Next Chapter coaching or to listen, visit yournextchaptercoaching.com or call 602-617-8351. Next.
A space of allowing radio with Coach Nancy Coco, welcoming all that wants to be present today. Tune in Thursdays every first and third week at 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com as Coach Nancy helps you find a space of allowing. Join Coach Nancy to explore what lives at your edges and to bring more of yourself home. For more information, visit NancyCocoCoaching.com.
Demystifying the Journey on From Here to There Radio with your host, Diane Garris. Tune in every third Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com as Diane helps you get from where you are now to the life you envision. Get ready to get unstuck and move forward. Every show features a new special segment, New Age Notes, demystifying hot metaphysical topics of the day. For more information or to work with Diane, visit DianeGarris.com.
Charleen Hess is a red-headed powerhouse of energy, love, and light. As a hairstylist, personal trainer, and life coach, she empowers people to develop a deeper connection with themselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. Join Charleen the third Friday of each month on The Cornelia Stephanie Show. Get ready to experience your highest self, find your purpose, and discover your calling. You too can become unstoppable, shining your light and sharing your gift. Visit Charleen at CharleenHess.com. Have you been searching for a push to step out and share your gifts with the world? Allow Charleen Hess to empower you to start shedding the layers of your ego that are holding you back and begin feeling connected to your heart so that you can shine your unique divine light and share your gifts with the world. Tune in to the Charleen Hess Show, Living on Your Heart's Edge, every first and third Friday at noon Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. For more information, visit CharleenHess.com.
Hello, and welcome back to the Charleen Hess Show. Today, we are talking about feeling all the feelings, inviting in the pain. And just before we went to break, I was sharing a little bit about how I created this gratitude practice to help people feel the high vibrational frequency in life when they are in a place of gratitude. And how, as I was doing my very own exercise, it exposed the areas in my life that I was still allowing myself to be stuck. It exposed the feelings that I was feeling, but not acknowledging and releasing. Did you know that you can do that? Did you know that you can have feelings and feel them and take them on and recycle them again and again and again and again? And that is what we often do. A lot of the people that I work with, when I talk to them about how to dive into the pain, when the feeling comes up, the pain comes up, whatever it is, whether it be grief or sadness or loss or loneliness, abandonment, whatever the feeling is, I talk about how to dive into that pain. And so many people will say to me, how do I know it's not going to be there forever? How do I know that it's not going to literally encompass me and take over? Like, I've done it. I've sat there in it and I feel worse at the end. And you will feel worse if you just cycle through the feelings. If you just take that story and then you can circle it. And you just keep running it around and around and around and around and feel it and feel sad about it and not ever actually release it. So there is an actual technique of how to release the pain rather than recycle the pain. And I'm going to actually get to what that actual process is and how to do that as we come towards the end of the show. But right now I'm going to continue to share with you the process that most of us do, the process of trying to make yourself feel better. And so I'm curious, how do you make yourself feel better. So when you're in this place where you realize, man, I feel like crap. I am sad. I'm lonely. I'm feeling completely disconnected. What is it that you do to make yourself feel better? I would love to hear from you. Please call in. Phone number is 1-800-930-2819. I would love to have you call in and share with me what are some of the things that you do when you're in this place where you're feeling low. And so as I'm waiting for you to call in, I'll share with you a couple of things that I have done in the past that to make me feel better. So one of the things that we hear in our culture and our society is to practice more self-care, right? So I did that. Practice more self-care. I took more baths. I took time to really do the things that make me physically feel good. I spent more time in exercise and doing my yoga, and it works. I definitely felt better for a little bit. But again, coming back to that place when you're sitting there in your bed all alone at night, or when you first wake up in the morning, what is your first waking thought? Is it that you're feeling joyful? Or is it the same ache that you went to bed with? Or the same ache that you carry throughout your day? For me, it was the same ache. So the next thing that I did is I reached out to a couple of friends. And initially, I'll reach out to my friends that I know are my go-to happy, feel-good friends. And I'm like, oh, I can definitely tap into some of their energy. They're really high. They're really happy. There's great things are going on in their life. I'm going to hang out with them, because if I hang out with them, that will definitely rub off on me. Do you guys ever do that? Do you have that go-to person that you know that you can just be light and easy? You're not going to dive in deep into anything. Just somebody you can just chill and take your mind off of it. So I did that, and that was fun, and I had a good time. And the next day I woke up and I still had that ache in my heart. Like, what is this? I'm doing all the things. And the next person or the next thing that I did to reach out was, I'll make some really delicious food, right? Do we do that? We figure out our favorite thing, or we go to our favorite restaurant, or we go to the grocery store and we load up on all of our favorite snacks, because that'll certainly make us feel better, right? Unfortunately, I hate to tell you, with my fitness and nutrition background, it makes you feel worse on so many levels. It makes you feel good in the moment because you do get that endorphin release. But the chemical concoction in your body that follows is a very big spiral dive, and a hormone imbalance that leaves you feeling not only emotionally worse, but physically worse. So if you shouldn't hang out with your friends that make you feel good, if you shouldn't eat the foods that make you feel good, if you shouldn't, watch a movie or TV show that can pull you away from it, all of these things do work, by the way. They work temporarily. They do make you feel good for the moment. But the thing that I want to help people do, the thing that I want to do for me, is I want to get to that place that when I wake up in the morning, I feel joy. And I am here to tell you that that is possible. It actually really, truly is possible. I know, because I have lived on both sides. I have lived for literally years of waking up every day with that ache, that loneliness, that sadness, that thing in my heart where immediately when I wake up, I want to quickly fill it. And I have also spent years waking up every day with joy, feeling excited to start my day, feeling connected and whole and complete. And I'm also here to tell you that you're not going to feel one over the other all the time, because here I am. I do this work. This is the work that I do. This is the thing that I help people break through. And yet I can still fall into my old habit dysfunction of stuffing the feelings, getting super busy, getting really distracted, and not taking care of myself emotionally. I'm really good at taking care of myself physically. I'm good at taking care of myself financially. I'm good at taking care of others. And I want to be good at taking care of myself emotionally. And so that is the important piece that's missing in everything that we're doing. And so that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how do you dive into the pain in a way that is going to help you and not just be continually recycling the funk, without continually just recycling the sadness, without just continually recycling the pain. How do you invite it in and be with it and have it not take over? When is it appropriate to do that, especially during this time of year when we're all supposed to be happy? And so that's what I'm going to be talking about. So the next thing that I did is I reached out to my soul sisters, to my soul brothers, to my community that I have been so blessed to be a part of. And I reached out and I said it. I acknowledged it. I said, hey, everyone, I actually did it as a Facebook post. And I'm actually going to share that with you. Here's to me being vulnerable. So I reach out to my Facebook community. It's called the EOL. It's my EOL family, my Evolving Out Loud. It's part of Kyle Cease and his work. And it's the community that I have belonged to for a couple years now. And in this community is a group of people who are all in the same place of expansion, of opening up our hearts, of learning how to live with all of the aspects of ourselves. And so I reached out my Facebook group and I did a post and I said, hey, everyone, I just want to confess I am in an absolute funk. And for the first time in a very long time, I am going to allow myself to just sit with it. I'm removing myself from all of my non-emergent commitments to just sit with this little ache in my heart and allow it to be there. I'm in a brand new place in my soul's evolution. I've processed so many experiences and so many emotions and so many beliefs. And now I'm at a new level of expansion. It doesn't feel like expansion. It feels like stagnation. I feel stuck in this place. It's overwhelming. However, I'm going to allow myself to be there. The old me wants to get out of it as quickly as possible and fix it because I want to return to my joy. After all, that's my signature. This is my business. I help people live their passion and their joy. I have my radio show coming up on Friday and I feel zero inspiration on what to do. I'm supposed to inspire people, show them how living on their heart's edge will lead them to their next greatest leap, returning to purpose and joy. Yet here I am, feeling completely purposeless and joyless. I am in the yuck. I feel like a fraud. I know that these are just my feelings, and I am okay with that. They don't need to be fixed. They don't need to be explained or understood. They just need to be felt. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just feeling all of it. And it is so painful. And in the vein of authenticity, vulnerability, which is my new signature, I've decided to make my show about inviting in the pain. And I know all of you in this community understand that. I would love for you to contribute or share and participate in this. And that's what I'm going to do, is make my radio show about inviting in the pain. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Let's do this. And so that was the post that I shared. That was my cry out. That was my confession to my community of my heart-centered soul brothers and soul sisters. And I am really excited to share with you what was the result of doing that, of taking that step. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to share with you how that led to my breakthrough. We'll be right back.
To find answers to life's questions, you need to look within yourself. Dr. Glenna Rice brings your questionable conversations on Transformation Talk Radio each month. Tune in each month for insight into how you can live up to your full potential. Dr. Glenna is a physical therapist, certified Access Consciousness, and Access Body Class facilitator. How does it get any better than this? For more information on Dr. Glenna Rice and her work, visit glennarice.com.
Introducing New Soul Science, an introductory course with Ruby Betty, offering profound wisdom alongside radically simple concepts and techniques that collapse time, allowing instantaneous personal transformation. The foundational techniques of this introductory course reveal the profound inner ability each human has to access and fulfill their individual soul script or soul promise. Awakening this ability leads to the mastery of one's destiny. The concepts are totally original, immensely powerful, and completely revolutionary. They ignite an infinite fire within each listener, fueling one's ability to live out their unique soul promise. Are you ready to become more aware and access amazing personal transformation? This course is available now at rubybetty.co.
Interested in deepening your spiritual practice? The School for Esoteric Studies offers online training to spiritual seekers from all paths of life and individual coaching. Our courses synthesize Eastern and Western spiritual traditions based on meditation, study, and service applied to everyday life. To learn more about our courses and services, please visit www.esotericstudies.net.
Do you believe you are meant to live with more joy, but you're just not sure how to get it? What does the phrase, "give me the joy," make you feel? Join me, Lynn Horde, every second and fourth Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, on the Gimme the Joy Show, as I take you on a journey to peel back the layers so you can take back your joy. To find out more about my work as the Joy Coach, including my popular programs Joy School and Joy at Work, visit lynnhorde.com.
Are you ready to embrace your essence and the magic of who you are? Let me, Emily Perkins, hold your hand and walk with you as we go treasure hunting for the gold that lies within you. Tune in to Love Living Radio every second and fourth Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on transformationtalkradio.com. For more information, visit lovelivingHolistics.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You're listening to the Charleen Hess Show, Living on Your Heart's Edge. And we are talking today about feeling all the feels, inviting in the pain, using your pain and your breakdown as your breakthrough, because that's the truth. Your breakdown is your breakthrough. So before we went to break, I just read a vulnerability post that I did, reaching out to my soul brothers and soul sisters. And was when I was in the depth of my despair, when I was in that place of feeling completely uninspired, feeling completely stuck in my yuck. And so when I did that, I did all of the other things first. I did all of this supposed to do, all the things you do to feel good, to feel better, which in my opinion is also to stuff and mask the pain. And now it was time to sit with the pain. And so that is one of the things that I do in my meditation. So I've been following this work, this particular type of meditation of just sitting and being with yourself and allowing whatever it is that you feel to come up and to be with it. And so that is what I did, is I sat and I was with it. And I sat with it with the intention of, okay, I want this to go away, so I better hang out with it. And it doesn't work that way. I was listening to one of Kyle's videos this morning, Kyle Cease, whose work that I've been following, and he was talking about how, our ego knows when we're trying to trick it. When we're okay, I'm going to invite this pain in so that it'll go away. Okay, here it is. I'm ready. Okay, do it. And it won't go away because it knows you're tricking it. You really have to be okay with it for it to actually go away. And so I got such a wonderful response from these people who are following the same type of work. They speak the same language. They know what it is that I'm doing. And I just wanted to share one of the things that my good friend Mark shared. And you guys may have heard him. He was on the radio show that I did with Living on Your Heart's Edge while traveling. And And he is in the process of creating an amazing business of how to lighten your load, both when you travel as well as emotionally. And his thing said, something that he said is, he says, the heart's edge has two sides, and there exists beauty in both. Shine a light on what others may consider the darker side of their emotions, on how, in actuality, it has much to offer us, if not more, than the brighter counterpart. What the world needs, my friend, is raw. And that is what you just shared with us. The divine seeks a larger audience than these walls through you. So feel all of it, and not with tears, but with teeth. All the best. And I thought that was absolutely wonderful. That is a wonderful explanation of how to do the emotional processing piece. And something that my new friend Scott Hoffman wrote, he says, there's nothing more powerful than being vulnerable. It's the new superpower. There is so much strength in it. Putting down the mask, the shoulds, the I have to create content to inspire. It feels like a lot to do. And in the journey of the deepening of the soul, I have found more than ever what the world is craving is truth, rawness, authentic self-expression, and sharing the journey, all of it, not just the highlight reels or being perfect for the social while inside is kicking and screaming. That's what so many people are doing, are avoiding their souls. So the few, the brave, the true leaders are the ones that show up and share the truth, the fears, the challenges, the feelings, the traumas, all as well as the wins, the triumphs, and the expansions. Love is a game, and if you show up and be yourself, which sounds like that you can do, then you're a true leader and the type of soul that the world needs. You've got this. Thank you for sharing. We see you. Isn't that the truth? Do you guys feel that? Do you guys feel that need in our culture right now for real, raw, vulnerable truth? The depth, the willing to embrace and see what's considered the dark side or the shadow? Are you like so sick of this fake plastic pretend everything is wonderful? Does it like choke you like it does me? I have so much passion around this topic because we are all so stuck in this place of feeling like everything needs to always be perfect. Everything needs to always be happy. Everything needs to always be joyful. And yes, we do want to get to that place. We do want to get to that place where we can feel joyful because that is our birthright. It is our birthright to be able to feel joy and to have expansion and freedom and purpose. And the way to that is through the pain, is through feeling, experiencing, expressing, being with all of the counterparts, the dark side, the other side, the shadow, the reverse, the flip. It's all part of the same human experience. I love how when Mark said that, living on your heart's edge is both. It's not just this one happy thing. And that is the place that I got stuck. I got stuck because I'm feeling this pressure. I've got to do this radio show and I have to be happy and I have to talk about the wonderful holidays when the truth is that's not where I'm at. That's not what I'm feeling. And that is not what I'm feeling through the people around me. I know so many people right now that don't have a job, that are searching for jobs, that are in the middle of breakups, that are breaking up relationships, people that are literally not able to pay their mortgage. I know so many people that are in custody battles, fighting. I know children that are hungry. And it's this thing that we look at from this perspective of wanting to fix it from the outside. And I'm here to tell you, you have to fix it from the inside. You have to fix it from inside yourself of who you are and how you look at and process what your feelings are. As a coach, and the many coaches that I know, it's really easy to focus on somebody else's problems to avoid your own. And that was the place that I was. I was so stuck in this place of helping everybody else that I wasn't looking at and feeling the fullness of what I was feeling. And so I'm in a place where I'm in the process of helping my son go through a really awful custody battle. I'm in a place where I'm trying to look for a place to live. I'm in a place where I just ended a relationship. I'm in a place where I am growing a new business. I'm in a place where I quit an entire career that I built for years and walked away from. And all of these things are really heavy. All of these things have a lot of emotion that is being triggered. And so here's the thing I'm going to tell you about emotions. When you are having an emotion and you are feeling something, and the more fire you have in your belly about it, the older it is. It's a feeling that's already inside of you that has been triggered, and it's coming up to be released. It's coming up because it wants to leave you. Kyle Cease will say that all the time in his videos. Your feelings are coming up because they're trying to leave. And so often we do all of these things to make ourselves feel better. We're stuffing them back down. We're saying, nope, I don't want you to leave. I don't want to look at you, pain. Pain, you are just too much. You're too intense. I'm just going to ignore you. And the pain's going, but I'm trying to leave your body. I just want to leave so that you can have joy, because that's what's underneath pushing it out. Because that's what we're desiring, is joy and happiness and play and laughter and fun. And that is there. It is down. It is inside of us. And for it to come up, that means the pain has to leave. In order for the pain to leave, we have to look at it. We have to feel it. We have to be with it. We have to let it become part of who we are and be okay with it. We have to sit with the pain. We have to sit with the sadness. We have to sit with the loneliness. My friend Susan Glavin, which I'm sure you guys have heard on the Millionaire Imprint on the Cornelia Stephanie show, one of the things she said to me years ago in a class that I was taking with her is she said, invite it in and have a cup of tea with it. And I thought that was the strangest thing ever. What do you mean invite it in? I don't want to invite in. And she goes, no, invite it in. Say, come on in, have a seat. Let's sit down and have a cup of tea. What is it that you want to say? And that's the same thing that I do in my meditation. That's the same thing, is sitting there in meditation. When the feeling comes up, go, hey, I notice you're here. What is it that you want to say? What are you trying to tell me? Giving it an opportunity to have a voice. That's what we need to do. And so I'm going to share with you when we come back from our break. So I've been a mentor. I've been mentored by and coached by Cornelia Stephanie, as many of you know, on this radio show. She's the one who actually got me started in doing my own radio show. And she has her Emotional 101, emotional processing technique that she taught me and that I went through. And when I took her program for her life coaching certification program for the wholeness certification course, I learned how to become a practitioner and a practitioner of the emotional release technique. And so I have been using that myself in my own life, as well as I have adopted it and I have made it my own, and I have added my own pieces to it that I now teach all of my clients. And so when we come back from break, I am going to share with you step by step how to invite in the pain, how to make your breakdown your breakthrough. So stay with us and we'll be right back.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving. Even in the face of adversity, say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
Ignite your inner magic on Grow Your Soul Radio with Jane Matanga. Tune in each month on Transformation Talk Radio as host Jane Matanga explores how to overcome your fears to help you gain the inspiration you need to awaken your path to joy. Learn the way to life mastery and the enlightened path with Grow Your Soul Radio. For more information on Jane Matanga and her work, visit enlightened-path.com.
Would you like your next chapter to be free from fear and angst? Tune in to Your Next Chapter Radio, navigating through life's transitions with Shelley Ryan the fourth Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Shelley's contagious enthusiasm guides you through life's transitions deliberately, mindfully, and funnily. For Your Next Chapter coaching or to listen, visit YourNextChapterCoaching.com or call 602-617-8351. Next.
Are you your story? Or can you change your story? Can you change what you believe to be true about yourself and your circumstances as part of your healing journey? What if you were to change your expectations? What if you were to invite ease and cooperation into every day and then step back and see what happens? It might just be easier. I'm Megan Edge, and I hope that you'll join me on my new radio show, Playing on the Edge, Radical Change with Ease, with my co-host Dr. Pat on Transformation Talk Radio. I look forward to seeing you there.
Want to find out more about Megan Edge? Visit her website at meganedge.ca.
Welcome back, everyone. You are listening to Living on Your Heart's Edge on the Charleen Hess Show. And today we are talking about feelings, feeling all the feelings, inviting in the pain. And I am about to give you my step-by-step process adapted from Cornelia Stephanie's Emotional Processing 101, which you can go to her website, corneliastephanie.com, and you can download for free her PDF of how to do the emotional processing. Get out a pen and paper. I'm going to give you the step-by-step process, the Charleen Hess process that I have adapted from Cornelia's, made my own. I have used and I use with all of my clients. And this is the process I used on myself to break through literally like 5 days ago, 4 days ago. So first thing that I want to say is, first of all, feelings do not want to be understood. They don't want to be explained. They don't need to be justified. They don't need to be figured out. They just want to be felt. That is it. They're like clouds that pass in the sky. And it's when we attach to them that we don't allow them to pass. And the reason we attach to them is because it's triggering a belief that we have inside of us. That is a whole nother process of using these triggers for internal investigation to identify what our belief system is so that we can see what it is that's holding us back. But that is not part of the emotional release process. The emotional release process is literally acknowledging the pain, sitting with it, inviting it in, and releasing it, inviting in the thoughts so that we can release and let go of what it is that's holding on to us. So, first step is you want to acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge it. Say, hey, you know what? I feel crappy right now. I'm feeling really bad. I'm feeling really angry, or I'm feeling really sad, or I feel so lonely. And name it. Give the feeling a name. Verbally say, I feel, and then give the feeling a name. So I feel really sad. It's really important that you don't say, I am sad, I am angry, because then you're saying this is your state of being. What we're doing is we're acknowledging your feelings. So you say, I feel angry, I feel sad, I feel lonely. So it's important to make that distinction. So step one, acknowledge it. Step two, Verbally name it. It's important that you out loud say the feeling, because you are going to put energy into it and say, this is what I'm feeling. I acknowledge you feeling. I see you. I know that you're here. So once you do that, then you're going to feel it, right? Feeling, I acknowledge you, sadness. Sadness, I feel you in me and I feel you wanting to come out. And I want you to start thinking about the thing that made you feel sad. Don't cycle through the story of all of the incidences of what happened that triggered this feeling. Just go into the feeling and feel the feeling. As soon as you go from the feeling in your chest up into your head to try to understand it, figure it out, recall, then you're going to shut down the emotional process and you're going to go back into your thought process. And then you've just canceled out the experience. So stay out of your head and stay into the feeling. Notice how your body feels. Make it a somatic experience of really feeling the pain. And then notice, don't force or try to think, but notice what other thoughts come up as you're doing this. Notice all of the other times that you felt this way. So you're going to make this feeling huge, make it big. I'm talking dive in, swim in it. Think of all of the other things that are happening right now that are making you feel sad, and let the release start to happen. Realize that I am feeling so sad. So you acknowledge it and you feel it, and you feel it big. Make it as big and exaggerated as possible. The bigger, the more exaggerated, the better. Be that little 2-year-old who is throwing an absolute royal fit over, I don't know if that's ever happened to you. You know, you gave them the wrong spoon. They wanted this spoon and you gave them this other spoon and they have a meltdown. Not over the spoon, but over the feeling that they're having of disappointment. So dive into that feeling. Be that inner 2-year-old and let it all go. And this is the point where it may be for me in the middle of the kitchen floor in a heap, sobbing, letting all of those feelings release and just cry, 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 scream, yell, whatever the feeling evokes in you, let it out and let it take as long as it takes. For me, this particular breakthrough that I just had last week, it took 2 days. 2 days of allowing myself to cancel anything that wasn't emergent. And I cried. I just cried. It would come up and I would still go around and do my business and take care of things. And then I would sit and it would come up again. It would well up and I would cry again. And I just allowed myself to be in that place. So after you're done feeling it, and you'll know you're done because you have that place inside where after a really good sob, you kind of have that feeling, that void, that empty, like, whew. Then you're going to use the words, I am releasing this feeling of. So it's important that you use the words. So you started with, I am feeling sad, and you feel the sadness. You let it take over you. You let it come out of your body. Then you're going to say, I'm releasing this feeling of sadness. I am releasing this sadness. And your brain goes, oh yeah, that's right. We're releasing it. You're not taking it on. You're releasing it and letting it go. As you do that, more tears will come, more release will come. And then comes the next part, which is you just wait, sit in it. Sit in the emptiness, sit in the void that is left after you've had this huge release. And just notice the spaciousness that was just created. Notice how expansive and spacious that you feel after that sob session. And then comes the good part. You get to claim and verbally say the opposite of whatever belief that triggered. So for instance, I am so sad. I'm releasing this feeling of sadness. I cry and I let go of all the sadness that I'm feeling. And now in that void, the joy starts to bubble up. The truth starts to bubble up. And now I can claim, I feel happy, or I feel joyful. If it was lonely, you can say the opposite, which is, I feel loved and supported, because now your brain is going to be able to see the opposite. You're not going to be able to see clearly to the other side of joy until you release the pain that's there. So then you can claim the happiness, then you can claim the truth. But you have to go through the first process first, the step-by-step process. So those are the steps. And like I said, today my free giveaway is I would love to walk you through this process. I'm going to give you a free 30-minute coaching session where I can answer your questions. Or if you want to do a little mini release in that 30 minutes, let's do it. I will walk you through step by step of how to have this emotional release process. Because let me tell you, Tuesday morning, I woke up and you know what the first thing I felt when I opened my eyes? I felt that joy again. And it was that easy. All I had to do was go through the experience of feeling the pain, releasing it, letting it go, being okay with it rather than trying to artificially fix it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you can realize that if you're feeling crappy, you're not alone. There's so many people out there that aren't feeling great this time of year. So please reach out to your friends, reach out to me, heartsedge@charleenhess.com. I'm here to help you, and let's keep being real. Thank you so much for listening. So much love to you all. Namaste.
Thank you for listening to the Charleen Hess Show, Living on Your Heart's Edge with your host, Charleen Hess. Tune in every first and third Friday at noon Pacific on transformationtalkradio.com as Charleen empowers you to shed the layers of your ego and to connect to your heart so that you can live your calling and shine your unique divine light. For more information or to listen to past shows, visit charleenhess.com. That's CharleenHess.com. See you next time.